Hello, and welcome to Morning Word and Worship, the program where the word is boldly, truthfully told, and worship and song is high in praise that sets you free to inspire, invigorate, and motivate you in everyday living. Come join us for Morning Word and Worship every Sunday at 9 a.m. here where God abides. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, and how is everyone doing today? I'm hoping that you are doing blessed and highly favored this morning. I am here. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am in the place to be. Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? I greatly appreciate everyone coming in for this morning word and worship. Hello, my name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am your hope builder, lifting you out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. I wanted to bring you the word for this morning. And the word for this morning is when God says move, you move. When God says move, you move. You move, child. Move. Got to keep it moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Got to keep moving. And it is a thing of, when God tells us things, we have a tendency sometimes not to like really want to listen, and um and sometimes it costs us some things when we don't move when he tells us to get it moving, like moving to a new city, or moving to a new place, or uh moving on from other relationships that he does not see fit for us to be in. When when God tells us to move, it is like pulling teeth sometimes. God, like, oh my God. I could just hear God saying, look, I done told this person to move 50 million times. I done told this person to just do something, and they are not even paying me any attention. They're not paying me any attention. And we see this in the second book of Moses, called Exodus. And in our in 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 this book, we see that now Moses is guiding the children of Israel, and we see the generations that are in this season. And during this season, uh, God gives Pharaoh a lot of messages about letting his children, the children of Israel, go. Moses keeps asking permission. Moses keeps asking Pharaoh, keeps asking, Moses, God sends Moses to ask Pharaoh for permission for the children of Israel to leave. But in 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 some form or fashion, Pharaoh is like, look, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then God has this way of speaking through Moses to tell Pharaoh about the seven plagues that will bestow him if he does not adhere to what God is telling him. Is giving him is God is using Moses as a prophet. God is using Moses as a prophet. at this time, and he's telling him, look, I'm trying to tell you, look, if you don't do this, this is gonna happen. If you don't do that, this is gonna and it's like happened 7 times, and seven is the number of completion. And in the and during this you know, during all this turmoil that the children of Israel are going through this transition. I'll say it like that. It's a transition. And they go through this transition of trying to leave Egypt. And when they try to leave Egypt, is I'll just say this. Whenever you try to do something different, it's always going to be some opposition with that. Some opposition with doing new things. Say you want to become a better person, or say you want to start serving the Lord, and you got your old buddies, things like that, people you hang around with, and they be like, well, no, why don't you come go with us to the club, or why don't you come and do this, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. It's whenever you about to do some new stuff, you're gonna come up against some opposition. It's only there to test you and to make you stronger as an individual when it is thrown or thrust at you in the way it is. And through each test, they get stronger and stronger with each test you are thrust into, or what is happening in your journey. It is only going to make you stronger. God is trying to make you a stronger person, a stronger individual, to stand the test and trials that are thrust upon you. So during this time, in this season, I say they are trying to get out of Egypt. Look, we trying to get up out of here. We trying to go to a new place. We want to leave here. We do not want to serve you anymore. And isn't it so funny? This bring me to this. Isn't it so funny how people, when you're trying to move to do something totally different from them, oh, now you think you uppity, or you think you better than us, and when they can't use you anymore, child, when people can't use you in the context that they want to use you, they try to block you from accomplishing a goal that you want to do. Have you ever noticed that? Where you're trying to do something new in your life, and here is someone that can't use you. Okay, well, you was good for relation, bed woman. I'm just put it like that, bed woman. You was good for that. You was good for okay, well, you're supposed to give me money all the time. You're supposed to, finance. You're supposed to give me your money. Because we all some of us have had people in our lives that come in our lives, and they don't do but try to use everybody that they come across. And that is it's a thing of, when you change for the better, which the children of Israel are trying to trying to do their assignment God has given Moses. Moses speaks for them. Moses and Aaron speaks for them, and they come into this opposition of, no, I can't use you anymore. No, you can't leave. And it is a thing of, wow. You don't want me to better myself. You don't want to. You don't want to. See the new me. You don't want me to be a new person. You don't want me to live this new life. You don't want me to. And some people even find reasons for you not to even be the person that God wants you to be. That's terrible. Okay, but we know that God has laid it in our hearts that we must move forward. We must move forward with what we are what God has called us to do. And in this process, Moses ends up giving the Moses ends up getting what he wants. He says, Pharaoh says, I done had enough of these plagues. I can't take it anymore. I just can't do this. Okay, all right, now y'all go ahead, bye. See y'all later, bye, bye. But then he changes his mind at the last minute after the children of Israel have been given permission to leave Egypt, to leave the bondage, to leave the things behind, leave those things that do not serve you any purpose in the new place where you're going. And it is so like, oh my God, like have you ever had that in your life where you are trying to go somewhere, the person lets you go, but then they still try to hold on to you at the last minute. They find all kind of excuses. Okay, no, I can't. No, and they change their mind and all this other stuff. And it's like, wow, you going through a lot just to keep me here, just to keep me in bondage, just to keep me in league with you, just to, and just to block me from getting the blessings that God has for me. And that is something that is very prevalent in, you know, I'll say in our society today, because sometimes you have those people that just do not want to let go. They've gotten comfortable. They've gotten complacent. They've gotten where they are come into their being of I just want to hold on to you because I don't ain't nothing else for me to do. I can't find no more excuses. I just want to hold on. I don't want you to live a new life. I don't want you to go be this person. I don't want you to blossom. I want you to stay in this box the way I found you, where I found you, how I found you, and they do not want you released to you. And the thing is, you have to say enough is enough. And God says when it's time, when God says move, you move. So then they moved. They did what they were told to do. They did their assignment. And we have to learn how to say, all right, God, what are you trying to tell me? All right, I got to move. Okay, where I'm going to. Sometimes God just says move, and He don't give you the rest of the directions. He say move, it's time to go. Time to go. He don't give you the directions that you're looking for. He just wants you to move so he can do more wonderful things and lead you to a place where you are comfortable, where you are with him, that you and him are together. Sometimes in that move, it means you have to do it by yourself. Sometimes in that move, you have to do it by yourself, alone, lonely, penniless, um, struggling. Sometimes you have to do that move when God says move. Sometimes He says move, and you don't know how you're going to afford to move into this house, or you don't know how you're going to afford to get this car. So sometimes He says move, and you be like, okay, Lord, so what am I supposed to do next after I take this move, this leap of faith, this leap of stepping out on something that you asked me to do? And we can't be hesitant about the move. I know recently in my life, I've had to do this. That's why I bring this topic up. Whenever I talk about topic, I'm gonna tell y'all I've experienced this. Okay, I have experienced this in so many forms, and you might have stumbling blocks along the way, but at least you don't stay where you're not where you used to be. I'm gonna say that you're not where you used to be, and you have to learn how to trust God in your move when He tells you to move. You have to trust Him. Uh, you have to go into this purpose of this place that that you just depend on him. And when the children of Israel decide they're going to go ahead and Pharaoh gives them this permission to go, they do what they're supposed to do. But Pharaoh goes off. No, that's all right. I changed my mind. I want them back. I'm going to go. I'm going to get them. I'm going to chase them. I'm going to do. And you see what happened to him, don't you? You see what happened to him. You see what happened to him. He sits there, he goes after them, and then he turns around and he drowns in the Red Sea. Sometimes people chasing after things that is not theirs get the worst end of the stick. I was talking about that on my daily devotional program this morning. If you do not know, I have a podcast. The podcast also deals with daily devotional, and I give you a scripture every morning. And this morning I was talking about Judges 9 1 through 57, which is about Abimelech. And Abimelech wanted to be seen, heard, and veered by other people, but he chased out. He killed everybody to get his acknowledgement. He like I said, but you may not think these two are related, but it is. Pharaoh wanted to be seen as the head person in charge, but he did not serve the God that Moses and the children of Israel served. And because he did not serve the God that Moses and his children of Israel served, he ended up dead. When we let our own flesh and our own mindsets get in the way of what God wants us to do, that's not a good end. Not a good end. We want to jump on the first train smoking and up. No, that is not. You know, I've learned, I have learned that this move, when God say move, he don't say move in, which he doesn't say uh certain things he will let you move. He wants you to move in with him, by him, guided with, he guides you. And we can't just go off and do stuff, move because we think it's better for ourselves. Sometimes we move it to somewhere it's gonna be worse than where we left. I've done that too. Um, Move without asking God permission, or move without seeking his counsel first. And that has cost me. That is really like cost me. That's cost me a lot. A lot of time and effort and having to go back and got to start all over again. And okay. And I've also learned when you move, you better prepare. Be prepared to move to something greater when God leads you. When you're listening to God, the move is different. When you're moving with what God asks you to do, it is a different move. It's not on what man wants you to do. It's what God asked you to do. So I ask you today, what moves have you made lately that are of God and not of God? What moves have you consulted God about a move? And is it flesh or is it spiritual? Has it been led spiritually by God, knowing, look, okay, God, this is what's going on. I need your help. I need your assistance. I need your guidance. I need this. And then, and we also have to have discernment. Discernment. Oh, child, that's a big word. That is listening to what God telling you to do, and not what man wants you to do. And in our moves, when we move, we have to learn from those mistakes that we have done in the past to not repeat them. To not repeat them. Okay? So I want to say, when God says move, you move. But be very discerning about the move and make sure it's coming from God and not from somebody else that wants to egg you on, move you into a place that's not got nothing to do with God. Please don't do that. And like I said, when the children of Israel reached the other side of the Red Sea, Pharaoh was dead because Pharaoh was in his own flesh. He was trying to get something back that was not his anymore. Once he released it, God took it. God had already possessed the children of Israel, had already guided them with Moses and Aaron, and he'd already given them permission to move. But it was someone else holding up their progress, and that was Pharaoh. And Pharaoh wanted to chase after something that was not his. Okay, so what moves are you listening to God for? And are all the moves that you make consented from God? I want to say thank you for coming in to Morning Word and Worship this morning. And I am in the lovely city of Wayne, Michigan with my sister. And it's snowing right now. It's snowing. And if you would like to donate to this ministry, Sharice Johnson Moore's ministry, the ticker taper is at the bottom. You could donate through PayPal at paypal.me/SNJ Moore, or you could do it through Cash App, $ Sharice Johnson Moore. We would love to have your donations. We would love to spread this ministry. Like I said, we are in Detroit at this moment, and we're move, and this ministry is moving around. This ministry is moving and listening to what God has asked it to do. And we need your help with the ministry. We would love your help with your donations to this ministry. And we have some things we want to really get into when it comes to this next season of Sharice Johnson Moore's ministry. And I want to say thank you to everyone that has taken out their time to watch Morning Word and Worship. We greatly appreciate you here at Sharice Johnson Moore's ministry. We love you, and we want to say you have a blessed day. Thank you, babies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Morning Word and Worship, the program where the word is boldly, truthfully told, and worship and song is high in praise, that sets you free to inspire, invigorate, and motivate you in everyday living. Come join us for Morning Word and Worship every Sunday at 9 a.m. here where God abides. Hello to all my entrepreneurs. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and welcome to Sharice Johnson Moore's podcast. Do you have products and services that you want to tell the world about? Well, I have an offer for you. Did you know that when you make a 60-minute voiceover ad and place it in podcasts, that it increases your business awareness by 50% in the marketplace? Voice-over ads aren't that expensive. They range from $15 to $25. It all depends on where you place your ad in the podcast. So come on in and place your ad on Sharice Johnson Moore's podcast and tell the world what you have to offer. You can reach me at I am Sharice at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com or 724-570-1153 for further details. Come on, let's tell the world what you are made of. Authors. Have you written a book? Are you an experienced author or a new author? Well, I've got news for you. Authors Excerpt Sunday is the perfect start to growing your audience awareness with the public. Authors Excerpt Sunday has interview spots available in many forms. Live broadcasting done on all social media outlets, television, and podcasting. We would love to help you tell the world about your book. You can reach us at I am Sharice at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com or 724-570-1153 for further details. And let's tell the world about your book. Hello to all my entrepreneurs. My name is Sharice Johnson Moore. I am the owner, CEO of LBM TV. It is a streaming channel that can be located on the C1 Media Network Smart TV app. This app can be located on Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Android TV, and Google TV. We have advertising spots available for businesses that want to advertise their products or services on our channel. We have an audience of 4.25 million viewers daily, reaching 70 plus countries. We have advertising packages to fit your company's needs. We would love for you to join the LBM family. You can reach us through our email address, lbmtvmedia@gmail.com, or call us at 724-570-1153 for further details. Talk to you soon, and let's advertise, and tell the world what you are made of. All right. It has been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to bring you Morning Word and Worship today. I hope you enjoy it too. Sharice Johnson Moore here for Morning Word and Worship on Sharice Johnson Moore's podcast. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that listens and everyone that watches on the live view. Okay? So, love y'all and see y'all and hear y'all and love y'all for next Sunday. All right? Love y'all. Bye, babies.